We're at June 22nd, 2015, Edible Acres. It's been a while since we made a video. We're here at Edible Acres 2. It's on the east side of downtown Ithaca. It's 0.6 acres that my girlfriend and I live on and are farming. All sorts of fun stuff, ponds and berms and rainwater collection, a coop for the chickens. Got a pallet falling over. What I was excited to share with folks today, although now all the ladies are in a different spot, we've got some chickens here that are really doing a number on our compost. Let's see if we can get them over. These are 24 black Australorp and one random baby chicken we reared up from 3-day-old chicks. They just got spooked because that pallet got knocked over. But let's see if we can get them unspooked. So I've been collecting restaurant food scraps and our own food scraps for a couple months now, setting up these windrows, and these ladies are learning real quick how to get on board and do some really good work. We are still offering them grain at night. They get some certified organic grain, but they haven't really been touching it much since we got them out here. They're learning to scratch and kick and figuring it out. This little white one, we call her Franny 5 Toes because she's got 5 toes. But they've learned to watch where the hay fork goes, and wherever I go with that, I always have to move real slow and steady. Come in with the hay fork, open it up, and they're on it real quick. And what they're looking for are, right now, it's mainly fly larvae. Well, I can say maggots, but I'll say fly larvae, which there are a ton of since the piles are still real hot and really young. And then as they turn and break these piles up, I expect the transition to mainly earthworms will happen, which is what I'm most excited about. And so the chickens themselves, they're eating the restaurant food scraps a little bit, but they're really after the invertebrates. So the more wood chips I can add in here, the more charcoal to like loosen and cool these piles so that they can move more towards earthworms, the better quality their feed will be. And you can see them in there pecking away, doing their thing. They know exactly what they're looking for. They work for a few hours and they take a break for a few hours and they come back, and we throw them comfrey leaves and yellow dock leaves and our greens from the kitchen just to make sure they've got access to tons of good greens. But they also have free choice to this whole yard. And then there's their coop right there, so it's a very short commute in this really well protected area where we make sure they've got tons of good quality drinking water with a little vinegar in it to keep them healthy. And they just get to work. They mainly hang out here all day kicking apart this compost, and then I build it back up and they kick it apart and build it up. Here's a ring that's filled with hot compost, fresh food scraps. I'll let that cook for a week or two, real high heat, just to kind of pasteurize it and get rid of any weird disease issues there might be. Then we'll open that up and let them kick it apart. We're getting into late day, so you can see the ladies are under their hawk/rain cover. Learned my lesson the other day when a blast of rain came out of nowhere and they all huddled underneath a hay bale. So I made this for them, and they like to rest there in the afternoons. And they take turns going back and working. Our hope here is that we can get this system really hitting a stride in a way where we phase out any bought-in grain whatsoever. And have them live almost exclusively, ideally, on invertebrates and fresh greens. So we'll use the restaurant food scraps and the home food scraps to build the compost piles, to build the life inertia of the invertebrates, which then the chickens will eat. So kind of a degree of separation, not just like eating old hamburgers from a restaurant joint down the way, but eating the life that eats those things. So we're going to start playing with black soldier fly and other things like that, but right now the house flies, for better or worse, they found this very early on and they laid a ton of eggs, and now the chickens are cleaning up and catching up with that problem and turning it into a solution. A couple over here working on radish greens. Pretty good scene for them. I'm definitely going to document this as we go along. Haven't seen any health issues or any slowing down of body growth. In the weeks since they've been out here, they've grown dramatically. Tons of bright-eyed, shiny, feathered, fast-moving birds here, no sluggishness, so I think their needs are really being met. Thanks for watching. We'll do some more updates on this as we go.